in the names over here as well. Imran Nazir, I saw that name in particular. He's making a comeback. He hasn't played in the longest time, so quite an interesting pick there.
One of the owner's favourites, so they were very excited to have him in the team. We were obviously looking for that balance once again. We're really happy to get Junaid Khan so late in the draft. We think he's an outstanding bowler. Like I mentioned before, the likes of Lamashane, who's exciting, played so well in the IPL this year, and some experienced guys, and Imran Nazir, as we mentioned, and Tom Curran, as well as some other exciting guy, Fabian Allen, who we thought really impressed in the CPL.
What about somebody like Benny Howell? I mean, talk us through, what can he add to the squad?
Well, I think lucky enough to see him firsthand, coaching over in England, and if you actually dig deep into his statistics, he has one of the most impressive bowling records. The thing for him is he hasn't played in the subcontinent that much, so it's a chance for him to prove himself in this part of the world as well.
So Sohail Tanveer, he's been making a name for himself, especially in CPL with the way he's bowled. Any particular thought process behind selecting him?
I think he did so well for the team last year, and he offers balance as well. I think he's a good enough batsman that he can contribute at that 6 or 7 role. He's a big hitter, and he's just so experienced. So we know whatever situation Owen puts him in, he can react and adapt.
Now, judging by the draft itself, we've seen everybody obviously make their final picks. Which team looks, I wouldn't say the strongest, but your strongest competitors, so to speak, in the draft?
I haven't had a chance to really look through the other teams. I think we're all surprised with the way that some teams went. We thought players were going to go earlier than they did, and obviously we thought some other players would go a little bit later. So I think the main thing was that every team had a clear strategy and a clear plan, and they wanted to complement their retained players. And I think most teams will walk away pretty happy with their squads tonight.
And if you look at, we were playing last year, there were 2 games being played, and some teams were playing 2 games in one day. Do you think it's a test of their fitness as well? Now, look all over the world, times have changed, and the part that you come from has always maintained their fitness standards, but now the awareness of fitness in general is out there with so many different formats and so many different players. Do you think that is an important part of the game now, even in the shorter formats?
100%, I think, because it's the day's still a long day. There's the warm-up, there's obviously the warm-down, and the game itself. There's a lot